Yes, hello. Yes, sir. It's Wednesday night. Yes, fantasy football night. That's correct. Line is forming to the right. Yeah, both fantasy leagues as well as the Survivor League. Correct. We'll be covering all that, sir. Yeah, some people did look like shit this week. Yeah, there was some that looked all right. We'll get to all that. Yes, ma'am. Mini bars open. It's always open. VIP to the right. Line is to the left, please. Yes, Wednesday night, fantasy football night. Always in season. Hardcore Challenge Live, yes. Commish is in the house, yes, he will be hosting. Yeah, it's not just silver and black tonight. Unfortunately, we do have fans of other teams that stop by on Wednesday nights. It is fantasy football night, man. I know. Normally we would toss them out, but some of these are hardcore challenge owners, man. Yes, show will be starting very soon. Thank
you. T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Rips the helmet off Rudolph's head and then eventually swings it and hits him in the head. 1, 2, 3. Well, you're not hardcore. Let you live hardcore. And the letter of the rich was way hardcore. Yeah! Now we're rocking.
What's up, everybody? Good evening. Happy Wednesday. Wednesdays are fantasy football night here at Raider Reaction. Welcome to another edition of Hardcore Challenge Live, the official podcast of the Hardcore Challenge, which, if you didn't know, is the pinnacle of fantasy football competition. Because if you're not playing in the Hardcore Challenge, you're probably playing in one of them basic-ass 12-person leagues where you just, you and 12 other people picking from fucking number one wide receivers and number one running backs. You can go fucking flip-flop your roster 3 or 4 times a season through the waiver wire, and there's no fucking real stress on draft day because fuck, you can reboot that bitch multiple times. I mean, come on. That's not playing at the pinnacle of fantasy football. Is it? No, it's not. And those of you that went through your first Hardcore Challenge draft now see the difference of having to build a real team as opposed to just picking number ones. All these motherfuckers are going to be on the field. I mean, come on, man. You got to pick through 2s, 3s. You got to gamble on fucking tight ends that are questionable, that are nursing hamstrings, that are maybe going to be your backup. But you got to make educated decisions like a general manager, owner of a team. That's the type of fantasy football league I want to be in, and that's the type of leagues we run. So, we got we are what, less than 24 hours basically from the start of fantasy football, the NFL season. I know the Raiders don't play tomorrow, but if you're playing fantasy football, tomorrow's big. I got a quarterback. I got a double dip. I got fucking Lamar and Flowers playing. I got Kelsey playing on one team. All three of those guys are going on one team tomorrow. My team can score big tomorrow night in the All Raider Nation League. I got Jamar Chase fucking holding out with his fucking greedy ass. Fucking holding my goddamn team hostage. I got him and Joe Burrow in the fucking OG League. Man, they're my fucking keepers. Fucking greedy motherfucker. You better be there week 1, you some bitch. I ain't got nobody to replace your bitch ass. He's holding out, so... Football is here, man. Football is here. I'm already feeling the stress of these players on my team. We're going to have some sort of a morale talk here for the Raw Dog Nation. All right, let's get into it. Enough of my fantasy problems. We've got a lot to touch on tonight. It is the last show before the season kicks off. League buy-ins, Survivor League. I'm sending out invoices, and anybody who's interested, I'm going to send out invoices the rest of the evening till probably for the next couple hours. If you are interested, I will get more details, but if you're interested, email us or message us your email address, and we'll get you all the info. We got to get you in tonight. You got to have your first pick in before the ball goes in the air tomorrow night for Thursday Night Football if you want to be in the Survivor League, and we got to get you buying in. We got to get you in. So if you're interested, we'll get more details on that here in a minute. Raider Nation League predictions. We did the predictions special last week for the OG League after their draft, after I dug through them. My prognosticated, got my silver balls out, and We'll see if I can hit on the All Raider Nation League predictions this year. We're going to go through those. Legal rosters, we're going to touch on that. Everybody's got to have your roster legal before the ball goes in the air Thursday night, or we will be knocking on your door. Rules Committee. Game of the week, we got 2 of them. We're going to name them tonight. Friday game. Do not forget there's a Friday game. Do not forget there's a Friday game. Do not forget there's a Friday game. It's fucking weird that there's a Friday game in week 1, but don't forget there's a Friday game in fantasy football. Implications there. You're going to fuck around and be like, oh shit, yeah, forgot to put that guy in because you didn't think about it. I don't know. It's Friday game. And then the show schedule going forward. Let's get it. League buy-ins. Man, I got one guy in the All Raider Nation League. I need him to pay the buy-in, man. I need him to pay the buy-in, so that league is completely full. One straggler left in the OG League, but I know his is coming. The All Raider Nation League, man, I got to get that one taken care of. So that I can't check these boxes. You don't understand. There's certain little hurdles I have to go over to get everything ready, and this is one hurdle that I'm just standing in front of. I got like one leg over, like fucking my balls are straddling the top of this hurdle. Please let me get my balls off of this hurdle so that I can move on. That's right where I'm at right now. I'm like fucking 99.9% done with this task, but the task still isn't done. So please, let's get that done so I can move on to fucking shit that really matters. Because you want to play, you got to pay. Everybody knows. Because if you don't pay, before kickoff tomorrow night, I deactivate you. And then you can't do shit. And you wasted all that time drafting a team and doing all that for what? To not get to play it? That's stupid. Alright, Survivor League. Survivor League. If you are interested in getting in Raider Reaction Season 2 Survivor League, we've got a bunch of people got their picks in already. Not everybody has their picks in yet. I got my pick in. You got to have your final pick in for the Survivor League by tomorrow. We've got, I think, 20 owners, so we've just eclipsed the 19 that we had last year, so let's get even more. To win the Survivor League, it is an autographed Devontae Adams jersey. Half the pot, which is a $25 buy-in, half of that $12.50 goes into the pot, so however many people we get in, you get half of that buy-in money. You get the pot as well, plus a large Raider Reaction prize pack. So autographed Devontae Adams jersey, the pot, which is half of the buy-in, plus a large Raider Reaction prize pack to win. Only $25. It's easy as hell to do. If you're interested in getting in, you just got to message us your email address. We can send you the invoice immediately and how to get in the league. And same thing. If it comes tomorrow night and you haven't paid, I don't care if you're in the league and if you haven't paid, you won't be in the league by the time fucking the start of the game comes around. I'll just remove the people because I'm cross-referencing it tonight. That's what I'm doing. I'm making sure everybody that's in's paid, and if you're not, we'll shoot you a message with a reminder. But if you haven't paid, just pay the damn thing. Quit making our lives difficult. But if you're interested in getting in, let us know. God, I hate the fucking buy-ins. I try to put these leagues together. The buy-ins, I feel like a fucking bill collector half the time. Like I'm a fucking repo man coming to fucking take your shed or something. Jesus Christ. Moving on. You want in the Survivor League? Last call! Last call!
What? Okay, boss.
Last call. Alright, let's get to something fun. Enough of that bullshit. It's time for the predictions. The predictions. For the Hardcore Challenge All-Rated Nation League Season 3. We had the draft. 2.5, almost 40 minutes. Not very long. I'm used to those drafts, but some of these guys, it was their first one with these deep pools. Man, you start adding all these individual defensive players, defensive flex players, extra players. Shoot me a message, Roland. Shoot me a message to the page, please. Make it easy on me. So I got to roll through comments. That's where I'm going to go as soon as I get out of here. But we had our draft this weekend, so everybody's went through. Everybody's had their chance to put their GM hat, their owner hat, their head coach hat on, their fucking prognosticator, get their crystal balls out, all that good shit. And some guys got some really, really good draft grades. Those of you that didn't share your draft grades, we can only assume. It's because we've seen all the ones at the top. And that means half of the league kind of showed their grades, and it was all the guys that wanted to brag. We know if you didn't show your grade, it's because you didn't want to brag. But it's okay. We can figure it out by a process of deduction which one of y'all's drafts sucked. And I can tell by looking at your rosters which one of y'all's drafts sucked. It's not real hard. Motherfuckers drafting one fucking quarterback and 2 kickers. Somebody's fucking hitting the pipe in the fucking draft room. That's all I got to say. Let's get to some predictions, shall we? Let's start out in the Great White North. The Great White North has spanned both of the champions thus far in the All-Rated Nation League. Year 1, we had controversy. The Damar Hamlin game was in the fucking Super Bowl week for this league. So we actually had to scrap that Super Bowl and play it again the next week. They had to run it back because there were so many guys involved in that game that wasn't going to be played that it just fucked the entire outcome of that game up. But twice has come from this league. And last year it was Raider Richie who won it all, and I'm picking him to win this division again. You guys are going to have to knock off the defending division champ. I'm picking him again to win it all. In the Elite East, I'm going with the Death Dealers to take the Elite East. In the Wild West division, I'd look at this one. You have some good teams in this division. A couple pretty solid drafts in this division. But I'm going to put some pressure on him. I'm picking the Haywood gang to win the Wild West. And in the Dirty South, there's no need for any suspense. I'm winning the fucking Dirty South again. Yeah, y'all only beat me in the Dirty South. I went to the Super Bowl last year. I'm coming back to finish the Super Bowl this year. You guys are in trouble, I'm telling you. I got a squad. Shoot me a message, Mario. Shoot me a message. I'll get you guys all in. I'm going to jump on it as soon as I get off of this. Now, gotta have some wild cards. I'm picking Raider Nation for life. One of our new owners. And I'm picking another new owner as well. Max Destruction. I liked his draft. I really dude, Max Destruction's first 5 picks were right from my draft board. And guys, I was straight up eyeing. I think he took Jamar Chase. He took Olaquan, the linebacker that I wanted. He was, yeah. I like the kids' draft, man. It'll look good. It looks really good. And so there's the field. There's the field. That means I got to pick somebody to win it all. Now, I have never done this before. I've been doing the predictions for years. Never once have I done this before. But you know what? I went last year. I feel fucking super confident with my fucking team that I've put together. And I'm picking my motherfucking self to win this league. So, beat me. Dumpster fire of the year. I'm telling you, man. When you draft one quarterback, I telling you, Lions, I thought he put together a hell of a fucking team. The kid was stealing my talent like fucking picks before me, like almost every one. He did it like 3 or 4 times, like straight off my draft board. I'm telling you, I feel confident this year. I like this format. I like the fact that I can reboot my team every year. And I mean, I'm pretty little savvy at fantasy football. I've learned a few things by playing in the big league. And this reboot league, I like. You're probably right, Tyler. You're probably right. But I've never picked myself before. And I was in the Super Bowl last year. So I do get a little clout for this season. Although Raider Richie beat me in the Super Bowl and in the Survivor League. Down to the wire in both of them. Head to head, and he beat me in both. Alright, let's get this segment over. We got to pick a dumpster fire. I know. I'm sorry. He had such a rough season last year. He talked so much shit, came in, had such a rough season, and he admitted that he talked a lot of schmack and he had to eat a lot of crow, and, you know, he definitely owned it. He definitely owned it, and I'm trying not to shame the guy. But when you draft one quarterback and 2 kickers, I'm sorry. You're the leading candidate for the dumpster fire, Autumn Pirate. You're the leading candidate. So let's hope that doesn't work out to be true. Moving on. Legal rosters. I call this roster cut down period for our hardcore challenge leagues. After your draft finishes, and then you've got until Thursday Night Football, the ball goes in the air, to get your roster legal. Now, you can fucking manipulate, rape the waiver wire all you want, move guys around, do whatever you want. But you have to have a legal roster by the time the ball goes in the air for week 1 on Thursday Night Football, and you have to maintain it the entire season. There's no more fucking around. It's like your final 53-man roster. Okay, this is my final roster. This is what I'm going for. And you have to maintain these spots. It is very, very simple. On your bench, because we expanded the defensive side of the ball with individual defensive players, individual defensive flex players, we expanded that side of the ball. We expanded the bench years ago to support that side of the ball. Therefore, you have a mandatory defensive bench spot that must have a defensive player in it at all times. It could also be a team defense or a kicker. Special teams, team defense, or an individual defensive player in it at all times. You have a mandatory defensive spot that must be filled at all times. It must be filled when the ball goes in the air tomorrow night, or we will be hitting you up. We're going to slap you on the wrist hard as a motherfucker the first time, and there's no forgiveness the second time. I am going to mention it all the time. I will post it in the chats over and over again before tomorrow. Got to have your roster legal. The other thing, you will notice on your roster, you have 2 reserve spots. Those reserve spots are for IR. If there's not a player with the initials IR behind their name on the NFL.com website, not SUS for suspension, not PUP for physically unable to perform, none of those others. I don't care if it's fucking COVID. I don't care if he got a toe shot off. Whatever the initials are behind his name, if it does not say IR, they cannot be in the reserve spot. It is strictly for injured reserve. That is it. We added those spots years ago because when we added keepers, it really fucking sucks ass, man, when one of your keepers goes down in week 2 or 3, and you don't want to drop them. That's part of your franchise. That's your core of your franchise you're carrying season to season. So you can shove them guys down on IR and you can store them. And now since the guys come off of IR throughout the season, it makes it a lot better for fantasy football owners to be able to drop a guy, and then maybe you'll get a guy back later in the season. You can pull him up, drop a guy off the bench, free that spot up, move your guy out of IR, and you're able to use him. So it allows a spot. So that's really it. One mandatory defensive bench spot and only IR in your reserve spots. Other than that, your rosters will be legal. That should be super simple, right? Nobody will fuck that up week 1. Yeah, right? Yes, they will. Somebody will absolutely fuck that up. But that's okay. That's why we have a rules committee and myself to govern and try to make sure everybody keeps it in the lanes and follows the simple rules that we have. They're not very difficult. They're very simple rules, and you'll get used to them. Game of the week. We have 2. Let's hit those and keep this thing.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
It's time
Is this not why you are here?
for the Hardcore Challenge Game of the Week.
Game of the week in the big league, the OG league, man. This one's got history, lots of history. I broke it all down last season. I went all the way back to the beginning of this rivalry. These guys are friends. I don't know how long they've been friends. I didn't go back into their fucking childhood. I didn't go quite that far back. But they've been friends. This is how one of them got in the league. Was an open spot that opened up. He wanted to get his buddy in, got him in the division. Now they've played twice. One had dominated for a while, then the other took over. They met up in the playoffs last season, deep in the postseason, and one took the other down, and now they're meeting up in week 1. Can Stinky Pinky get his revenge over King Salami in week 1 and start out 1-0 in the division? That's the question. That is the question. The line graph doesn't look the best for Stinky Pinky. He's obviously about an 8-point underdog right now. Take a peek at the roster here. He's went with the homer pick. He's going with Caleb Williams. He's going with the rook right out of the gate. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Game of the week matchup right there. 2 rookie quarterbacks going head to head right out of the gate. Very interesting. The defenses are solid on both of these teams. Could be a very close game. Very, very good game here for our first game of the week. Oop. Dry throat there. Now, moving on to the All Raider Nation League. I had to think about this one for a second because there's not a lot. We added a lot of new guys this year. We haven't really built those division rivals like I had hoped we had over the first few seasons. But I had to pick one. So I figure, and before I move on, I got to pick a winner, right? Before I move on, I'm picking King Salami to win this one. But I had to pick a game of the week in the All Raider Nation League. And I had to go with, I thought it was the simple choice. Who's got to play the champ? Who's got to play the defending champ in week 1? And it's JoJo. JoJo the Wolf. The Savage Wolf Pack. Now JoJo had a solid draft. And look at this line graph, man. He is over a 20-point favorite. That is a huge projected winner right there. I mean, that is, usually you don't see a line graph with that kind of a spread. That does not look good for Raider Rich. He's got fucking Geno Smith going against Josh Allen. I mean, look at these running backs. Pacheco. He's got Diggs, Mark Andrews. His defense is solid. TJ Watt, Darius Slay. I thought Dojo put together a hell of a draft when I looked over his team. I'm picking the Savage Wolfpack to win this one. The projections ain't even close. Raider Richie's the big underdog. Maybe he peed down his leg a little bit this draft. Might not be able to bounce back. We haven't had a repeat winner yet in the All Raider Nation League. He's got a chance to be the first. But not looking good there in week 1. Not looking good in week 1. Friday game. Just a reminder. I just want to remind everybody there's a Friday game. Don't forget there's a Friday game you have to account in your fantasy football world this week. Why they decided that fucking we need to send an opening day game. An opening week game to fucking Brazil. It's fucking absurd. It's beyond absurd, dude. If that was my team, I'd be so fucking pissed. Like, what the fuck, man? Brazil? Come on. And show schedule. Wednesday night, right here. Every Wednesday night, man. Same time, same channel. Right here. Same rated time, same rated channel. Every week. The rest of the season. Hardcore Challenge Live. This is where we got it going on. We'll have big ballers, low ballers, all that shit next week. Because we'll have guys that did really great. We'll have guys that did really shitty. We'll highlight the top. We'll crap all over the ones that did bad. And, have a little fun with the league. We'll start doing our spin around the league. And start following everybody as we progress through. And we'll do that with our Survivor League as well. We're gonna follow everybody through. If you're kicking ass and you're taking fucking names, man, we're gonna praise you. We're gonna put you up in the spotlight your fucking fantasy football wisdom or your pick'em wisdom, whatever it is. But man, if you do horrible, we're gonna laugh at you, and we're gonna have some fun with that too. So follow us along, a little side dish to your NFL season here at Raider Reaction, and you can stop in on Wednesday nights and follow along with our fantasy football action. If you are interested in getting in the Survivor League, last call for the Survivor League. I am going to literally, when I get off of here, start sending out messages and getting the league and buying invoices. It's only $25 to get in. If you win, you get an autographed Devontae Adams jersey. Half the $25 buy-in goes in the pot. You win that pot, as well as the large Raider Reaction prize pack. It's fucking super simple. You pick one winner a week. You can't pick the same team twice. You have to pick one every week. Can't pick the same team twice. You fucking lose, pick wrong once, you're out. The last standing survivor wins. I think we went to what, week 11? Was it last year that Raider Richie outlasted me? Was it week 11 that I went down? He went a couple weeks beyond me before he finally went out. I'll have to go back and look. It might have been I went out in 11 and he went to week 13, something around there. He went 2 more weeks after me. Took me down, man, in the Super Bowl and took me out in the Survivor League. It was his year last year. He got 2 autographed jerseys. He ended up with an autographed Mad Max jersey and an autographed Jim Otto jersey last year. Plus a fucking nice fucking goodie box because I had to give him double prize packs and he won money and shit. Dude was loving life last year. So, we're legit. You get everything that we say we've ever gonna give out, we give out. Winners still. We had one Madden league that went up like a fucking dumpster fire, but other than that, we even refunded everybody's money for that, so it didn't matter. We follow through with everything that we say we're going to do, so you don't have to worry about that. We've been doing these a long time. It's $1,000 to win our big league, $500 for second place. Our champion just got his ring in the mail today. Perfect timing, right the night before the season kicked off. He got his championship ring, and his name goes on our Stanley Cup type trophy. So, fantasy football is a love of mine. It's a passion of mine. It's why I'm the Commish. It's how I got started in this shit. It's how I got started doing podcasts. It's how all this crazy, wild shit started. But if you're interested in getting in the Survivor League, we can get you in. I'm going to be working on that right after the show, probably up until I go to bed tonight. So if you're interested, hit me up. Shoot a message to the page. All we need is your email address, and I will email you an invoice from our league PayPal account, and I'll send you the info of how to get in the Survivor League. Fantasy football is off and going. Survivor League is all we got left. If you want to get in and be in one of the leagues that we follow on our Wednesday night show. It's your last chance. Until tomorrow night. I'll probably pop on tomorrow night, man. I'm gonna do a little post game reaction tomorrow night. I think just an impromptu. Hop on, take comments. I mean, it's a big game, man. Ravens at the fucking Queefs. It's a big game to kick off the season. I think I'll pop on. I'll see you guys tomorrow night at some point in the evening right after the game. And we'll talk about what we watched, what we saw, and the season is upon us. Good luck to everybody, man, in your fantasy football leagues. Even if you play in one of them 12-man leagues, you know, maybe someday you'll get to play with us over here at the Hardcore Challenge. But good luck to you in your little remedial-ass league, too. To each and every one of you, enjoy your 2024 National Football League season, because I'm going to be right there fucking with you. I'm out. Peace, love, Raider Nation.